You're experiencing slow sales, so you spent the last 3 weeks rewriting your website, adding new deliverables, and completely redesigning your packages. Right now, you think your offer's broken or your price is too high. But what if your offer's actually fine and you're just treating a communication problem as a product design problem? I've been there, and it's exhausting to keep rebuilding your business in a vacuum. In this video, I'm going to give you a simple 3-step blueprint to audit your current messaging so you can make the value of your offer obvious and start closing sales without changing a single deliverable. I'm Tasha Randle, a marketing strategist, and before advising mission-driven founders, I spent 15 years as a corporate executive managing multi-billion-dollar brands at Procter & Gamble. I know what it takes to make premium value undeniable, and I know how frustrating it is to have deep expertise that gets completely lost in translation. When sales stall, our corporate conditioning tells us to fix the product. We assume if people aren't buying, we need to add more value, so we add more consulting hours, more support, and more bullet points to our sales page. But adding more deliverables doesn't make your offer more valuable. It actually just makes it more complicated. You aren't building value. You're building cognitive fatigue. And when you confuse, you lose. Constantly changing your offer without fixing your messaging is like repainting a house with a cracked foundation. The coat of paint looks great, but the structure is still unstable. And it's highly likely that you don't have a product problem. You have a value communication problem. And if you can't make your value obvious in one simple sentence, adding 5 more modules won't save the sales. It just keeps you trapped in an exhausting cycle of constant rebuilding and second guessing. Make sure to check out the description for some free resources to help you diagnose this. And if you want help accelerating the speed to get to a strong creative brief for your offer, that's exactly what I help clients with in my strategic advisory intensives. We can knock it out in 2 hours so you can start converting clients faster. Click the link in the description to learn more. Now think of value as a balance scale in your buyer's mind. One side of the scale is the cost in time, money, and energy. The other side of the scale is benefit, the functional, emotional, and social relief they'll receive. If you only communicate your process, the scale stays empty and the price feels really heavy. But when you communicate immediate relief, the benefit side drops down and price starts to become irrelevant. At P&G, we faced this exact challenge when we launched Tide Pods. Consumers were perfectly comfortable with their traditional liquid detergent, and they resisted paying a premium for a tiny pod. We didn't solve the problem by redesigning the pod or adding more soap to it. We solved it by shifting the messaging to show exactly how much waste, mess, and time the pod eliminated. And we talked about the unique benefit of the separation of chemistry that was unlocked by having the 3 different chambers within the pod that wasn't possible in liquid. So there were new functional benefits available. And once the performance benefit was obvious, consumers gladly paid the premium. If you remember nothing else from this, I want you to remember this. Sales get harder than they should when the value of your offer isn't obvious. But once the value becomes obvious, sales get easier, and it's possible to unlock new levels of growth just by sharpening your messaging. Now, here's your 3-step blueprint to train your messaging to stop sounding complicated and start writing copy that actually converts. Step 1, audit the benefit to process ratio. Look at your website, your sales page, whatever marketing materials. And if 80% of the copy is explaining how you work, your modules, your tools, and how many hours they'll get with you, you're selling the chemistry, not the relief. Strip out the logistics and ensure 80% of your copy is focused on the tangible, social, functional, and emotional relief the buyers will get from the act of paying. Step 2, map the buyer's value equation. For every service you offer, write down the 3 specific types of relief your buyer receives: the functional relief, the emotional relief, and the social relief. Stop selling coaching and start selling the exact business or life outcome that they're actually paying for. Step 3, define the so what. Read your headline, and if it requires your buyer to connect the dots to understand why it matters, simplify it. Ensure every claim explicitly answers, why does this matter to me right now? And if you can't explain the so what, your message isn't clear enough yet. Stop trying to fix a communication problem by rebuilding your offer over and over again. You don't need a new product. You just need to make the value of your offer extremely obvious. If you're a mission-driven founder who's ready to stop overcomplicating your message and start attracting buyers who understand your worth, hit the subscribe button for weekly videos. Nail the message first, then let the sales follow. I'll see you in the next video.